Thanks so much for coming. Very cool to have you here.
Thank you.
This is exciting.
Very nice being here.
Oh, man. I would kill for that voice. My voice is almost as low. Let's talk about some of the nicknames. I was looking over the different nicknames that you've been given in your career. Mm-hmm. Dr. Love, Mr. Love, the Maestro of Love, Prince of Pillow Talk, that's Ambassador of Romance, and King of Disco. That was actually, they called you that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, the others are better. Let's talk about the voice. Obviously you weren't born with this voice. You didn't come out and go goo goo. No. Ga ga baby. No. When did you? My voice changed sometime in my late 20s. When did you? It's sad. I was hit by something. What happened to you? When did your voice actually change?
I woke up one morning when I was 14, and
you woke up.
I spoke to my mother, and I scared both of us.
You had that voice at 14.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. And so what was the effect? I mean, were you embarrassed when you first had it? Was it
very embarrassed. I felt like a freak for about 30 days because all my friends, they made a big hoop to do out of it, you know.
Right, I would think so.
Yeah. And
then how did the opposite sex handle the voice when they first heard it?
Well, the young ladies liked it, you know.
I would think so.
Yeah, they did.
I would think so. Now, do you meet people who claim that they were conceived while listening to one of your songs?
All the time.
You do? You seriously do?
All the time.
People come up to you and say, I'm here because of you.
Yeah, and they bring their children, you know, they just, this was conceived from Love Theme or from...
This was conceived.
Yeah.
This right here. People, I mean, everybody talks about how they, listening to Barry White records, while making love. I don't want to get too personal, but do you listen to Barry White records when you're making love?
No, I don't need music when I'm making love.
You don't like music?
Yes, I love music.
No, I mean, but at that time.
Not at that time, no. It just breaks my concentration, you know.
That's my excuse. Yeah. It's that noise! It's not me, I'm sorry. Women, when you do a concert, the women lose control?
Different reactions in different places all around the world. It's very nice, complimentary. They throw panties and house keys, apartment keys, you know,
that could hurt, I would think. Getting a house key right in the forehead.
That's right, that's very true.
I would think the hardest thing would be living up to the Barry White image, because you're obviously, you're this man, you're this nice man, but you've got this, I mean, I'm just picturing anyone that comes to your house is going to expect to see a heart-shaped bed, and that or if you're driving, they're expecting you're in the Love Mobile, or, you know what I mean? Is that, how do you just walk in and go, I'd like sausage on that pizza, without, actually, that sounds cool, but. How do you do you know what I mean? Do you find that difficult to live up to?
No, not at all.
Correct answer.
I am myself at all times, If I walk in a room, I speak. I try to always carry myself as a gentleman and respectful of ladies and gentlemen. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's just my voice is extremely low. It's different than a lot of other guys in the world. But there is the other guys with low voices.
Yeah, it's what you do with it. It's not just the low voice.
That's
exactly.
right.
Because if I had that low voice, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't have the same effect. Well, I want to mention the Ultimate Collection. This is amazing.
Thank you.
If you got to get a CD, get this CD. Barry White, the Ultimate Collection, is out there, and this was a big kick for us. You coming by?
Thank
you very much for doing it, Barry
My
White.
pleasure.
Everybody. Upright Citizens Brigade is coming up.